Because if you are taking me to an impossible task, will it be able? That means you are putting my nations and myself into risk. How can I do it? But what was the response of this young man? He said, God, remember where we are coming from. Jerubbaal has just, Gideon has been strengthened. He put a lot of tests before God, and it has passed. And from there, God was building him gradually. So at this point, he has no option than to subscribe to the bidding of God. But the natural man, it's as if it is a very difficult task. Well, let's go on. Very interesting story.
In order that Israel may not boast against me, that our own strength have saved her.
Now we have seen the reason why God was proning them. What was the reason?
By their power that they have won the battle. God did not want them to take the glory for themselves.
God will never share his glory with anybody. If God had allowed them with that 32,000 soldiers, remember where they are coming from. It was their sin that plundered them into 7-year problem that the Midianites were ravaging them. And if they have to use 32,000, they will say, yes, it is our own effort. It is our own ability. It's our own strength that we have won. And what God wants to do in their life, the attention that God needed from them to be shifted from that idolatry way of living to him that can be trusted at any point in time wouldn't have been achieved. And therefore God have to tell him, no. Because you will boast. Now, what will you say about the attitude of a natural man? Yes. It tells us about the attitude of natural man. How is the attitude of a natural man in the light of what God have just told Gideon in verse 2b? What can you say about the attitude of a natural man, sir?
Praise the Lord. A natural man the problem a man has in the first place is that this faulty self-sufficiency. So in his own way, if I could gather this 32,000, as far as he was concerned, they are sufficient to fight the battle and give him victory. But to God, that is not the way. And unfortunately, man sees himself, and that is why Paul will tell us sometimes that we take some problem to God. We say this one is great, we take it to God. This one is small, we take it to ourselves. Whereas every problem should be taken to God for solution. So a natural man will look at his self-sufficiency. We cannot fetch him victory, rather than looking at God that can give victory in all situations and in all circumstances. Praise the Lord.
I believe a natural man wants to brag.
A natural will always brag. When they gain just small victory, small advantage, they want to arrogate victory to themselves. And when they meet difficulty, when they meet the other side of victory, what will they do? They blame God. Remember Adam and Eve? We like to associate with success. But when that success now comes, we boast on it. It is my intelligence. I know how to do it. It is my... yes. All those things. That is what a natural man... And God is saying, no, no, no. You know, will help us in Jesus' name. So that we begin to see every successes and victory that we have gained, that it is an act of grace of God. It's an act of mercy of God. It is the doing of the Lord. The Lord bless you all in Jesus' name. Yes, sir?
Verse 3. Announce now to the people, anyone who tremble with fear may return back and leave Mount Gilead. So 22,000 men left, while 10,000 remained. But the Lord said to Gideon, there are still too many men. Take them down to the water.
Praise the Lord. I want us to get this. When you get the passage, it's very, very interesting. God told them, said, no. Tell these people, if anybody is afraid, let him go back home. It was not the first place where God has said that. In the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, if you read verse 8 downward, when Moses was gathering the army into the military, and he told them that whosoever that is fearing, that is afraid of this, let that person go back. So it's the same tactic, the same strategy that was given to the same Gideon, and he used it for them. So he has something to back himself, and that is what the Lord said. Go back. And how many went back? 22,000. Meaning that 2/3 of the whole army went back. So if they have gone to the war and there was casualties, it would have been a colossal loss to the community. Just let's go further.
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
But the Lord said to Gideon, there are still too many men. Take them down to the water, and I will sift them for you there. If I say, this one shall go with you, he shall go. But if I say, this one shall not go with you, he shall not go. So Gideon took the men down to the water. There the Lord told him, separate those who lap the water with their tongues like a dog from those who kneel down to drink. 300 men lapped with their hands to their mouths. All the rest go down on their knees to drink. The Lord said to Gideon, with the 300 men that lapped, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hands. Let all the other men go, each to his own place. So Gideon sent the rest of the Israelites to their tents, but kept the 300 who took over the provisions and trumpets of the others. Now the camp of Midian lay below him in the valley. During that night, the Lord said to Gideon, get up, go down against the camp, because I am going to give it into your hands. If you are afraid to attack, go down to the camp with your servant Purah and listen to what they are saying. Afterward, you will be encouraged to attack the camp. So he and Purah, his servant, went down to the outpost of the camp. The Midianites, the Amalekites, and all the other eastern people had settled in the valley, thick as locusts. Their camel could no more be counted than the sand of the seashore. Gideon arrived just as a man was telling a friend his dream. I had a dream, he was saying. A round loaf of barley bread came tumbling into the Midianite camp. He struck the tent with such force that the tent overturned and collapsed. His friend responded, this can be nothing other than the sword of Gideon, son of Joash, the Israelites. God has given the Midianites and the whole camp into his hands. Verse 15. When Gideon heard the dream and his interpretation, he worshipped God. He returned to the camp of Israel and called out, get up, the Lord has given the Midianite camp into our hands. Dividing the 300 men into three
That's
companies.
okay, sir. Verse 16. God bless you all in Jesus' name. From that source story, we are afraid. What is the challenges that you think Gideon is likely to have faced in the selections of the army? It's likely to face challenges. But what type of challenges do you think he would have been able to? He would have faced? Just like in a church like this, I am the head. And I just need about 5 people. Just 5 people to carry out an assignment. Okay, 5 people are even from my village. Are you hearing me? I could see 5 people that are from my village. I could see if they are not from my village, we are in the same professions. If they have not seen, I've seen a lot of people that have helped me and the church. In the midst of these people, I will have faced. Yes, sir. You want to say something, sir? Thank you, sir.
Praise the Lord. He will have used the challenge of using his human judgments and physical attributes of what he's seeing to decide. Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. One of the greatest challenges he would have faced is that they will say, this man, you are too sectional. Yes? Yes, sir. What was it? Sentiments. You see a lot of things that this man are contending. But how did God solve it for him? How did God solve it? Raleko? How did God solve the problem for him? Yes, how did? You are far away.
Gave me instruction. God instructed him on what to do, and he followed the instructions. So with that, he was on the safer side.
He took them to the river. And gave him a specific instruction. And when you get to the river, ask them to drink water. You are going to face war. And after the war you are going to face, you need to refresh yourself. Yes, because there will be no time. Therefore, drink to your own satisfaction, that all of us, we can advance. And he told them, okay, those one that will laugh, kneeling down, and the one that will laugh and put the water into their hand and lap it like a dog, set them aside. And how many of them? 300. 300 against 135,000. What is the ratio? Eh? Ratio 1 to what? 450. So when I read it, I was like, God, it's only you who can do it. You know, we help us in Jesus' name. How many of us have killed a chicken? Let me ask our daddy. Daddy, how many chicken have you killed in a day? Chicken. You don't kill chicken. You're afraid of killing chicken. Huh? Blood. Oh. So I just put myself that the maximum chicken I have ever killed in my life in a day was 5. In a day, it was 5. Mommy, you are a very strong one. Let's clap for our mommy. Okay, man. For sale. You caught it. Okay, thank you very much. Not to talk of human being. I wouldn't know how many chicken you were able to kill in that day. Was it up to 1,000? Maybe. I mean, Mommy, you are not even the only one now. So I'm just looking at the ratio. Look at the ratio, the way God works. Ratio 1 to 450. Ratio 1 to 450. If we can find chicken difficult to kill, we cannot even kill up to 10 or 15, not to talk of human being. So it can only be what? God. Can only be what? God. So the effort of these 300 is what? Nothing to write home about. With the victory God gives. What lesson do we learn from here? What lesson can we learn? Isaac? God is great. Yes. Yes, sir.
We should learn to commit all our challenges into God's hand, whether small or big.
Commit all our challenges into the hands of God, either small or...
God does not depend on multitude to win a battle. Win a battle.
To win what he decided to do for you, but need your commitment of faith that you will trust him. The reason why 300 men were selected was best known to who? To God. The battle that God is winning for you and me and for the church is best known unto God. And the method he uses, no, not to him. Can't fault it. The Lord bless us in Jesus' name. Then, after 300 men had been selected, the man seems to be afraid. How did God tackle the fear in the life of Gideon? How did he tackle it? Verse 14 and 15. How did he tackle it? Is it verse 9? How did God tackle the fear of Gideon in confronting the multitude of Midianites that have been ravaging their land? How did he tackle its fear after God has selected 300 soldiers for him? How did he tackle it?
He made him to hear the dream that was narrated by the camp of the enemy. And of course, from the enemy, it has been said that this could be nothing but the sword of Gideon. So with that, he had the confidence that God is already working with them.
The Lord works the miraculous way. Works in a miraculous way. He makes the enemy to have a dream and told Gideon, go to the camp of the enemy now, and hear what the dream was all about. And in that dream, what did they saw? They saw a barley of bread roll from the mountain into the camp of the enemy, and he began to do what? Scatter their tent, struck it down as many times as possible. And he had them, one of the Midianites interpreted and say, it is nothing but the what? The sword of Gideon. When you follow the commandment and instruction of God in detail and obedient to his words to you, you are bound to secure victory. That's the lesson I learned personally. Follow God in detail. Don't rationalize. Even though it doesn't make sense. What God was telling Gideon was, to a rational man, does it make sense? We must learn how to follow God blindly. You understand what I'm saying? Follow God blindly. And how do we follow God blindly? You follow God blindly by faith. And that's what we see in the life of Gideon. He followed God by faith blindly. And God was fighting the battle for him. God was gaining victory for him. And the The Lord, look at the map there. Look at Mount Gibeah, where it was located. But so that is where Gideon, spring of Harod, that is exactly